Good morning. My name is Deborah Livingston, and I'm the Director of Community Development for the City of Columbia. Welcome and thank you guys for coming today. We are here today to unveil a new program entitled Bank on Columbia that's led by Mr. Ron King, and also to discuss the Individual Development Account, which is also known as IDA, and that is led by Ms. Charmaine Clark. And then, of course, we have another program, the Affordable Housing Loan Program, which is led by Felicia Wilkes with Tracy Brown and Brian Graves. These initiatives are all about financial empowerment and financial inclusion. This is how the Community Development Department is helping make Columbia strong. Staff is joined today by several partners and elected officials. Of course, the mayor and Ms. Devine are here. We have a representative from the FDIC who is here with us today, and of course TN Development, which is a partner of ours, the South Carolina Association for Community Economic Development, the United Way, TD Bank, BB&T, sorry about that, I'm getting it, and why are you over there? Come on, BB&T, and TD Bank. We also have someone here from No Money Incorporated. There are probably a lot of other people here, but thank you all because you are all part of our partners that make the Community Development Department very successful. Sorry about that. First, you'll hear from the Mayor of Columbia, Steve Benjamin, and then Councilwoman Tamika Isaac Devine. They will introduce the Bank on Columbia program and explain its importance. Then you will hear from Kate Pratt. She's the Vice President of Operations for the South Carolina Association for Community Economic Development. That is a long title.
Sorry about that.
She will provide the supporting comments, and then I will come back to the podium to provide additional information. Mayor?
Back here, chatting with Ms. Devine about her speaking first. The very first time I heard about these projects and products, I believe, Tamika, I think you may have come back from the NLC meeting, incredibly excited about a new product that sought not just to build bricks and mortar, which is something that we all focus on as we try to build a great city, but talked about the potential of helping to build people, leveraging what I believe to be the best community development department in the entire country and the incredible partners that we've been able to work with over the course of the last several decades in providing housing opportunities, and again, building families, finding more ways to expand the portfolio of programs that we offer through the state, through the city. Bank On and these IDA accounts are just another significant step forward, focusing again on financial empowerment, focusing again on building individuals and families, focusing intently on addressing this incredible income gap and building financial literacy throughout our community. It's something we're very proud of, excited to be here with Ms. Devine, Ms. Livingston, and all of our incredible partners. Columbia is in the vanguard of helping create the most talented, educated, and entrepreneurial city in America, and this is another example of exactly how we're doing that. Ms. Devine?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good morning to everyone, and thank you so much for being here. It is really exciting to be able to be here today because this is actually something that we've been working on to get the foundation right for about almost 3 years now, and it is exciting to be able to stand here with Mayor Benjamin, Ms. Livingston, our wonderful staff, and our fabulous partners to launch Bank on Columbia. As the mayor mentioned, he is very active in the leadership of the U.S. Conference of Mayors, and through my tenure on council, I've been very, very active in the leadership of the National League of Cities. And the great part about your elected officials going and being part of training and working with other colleagues throughout this nation is to pick up best practices as to what people are doing in other areas and where they've had successes. And one of the great successes regarding financial empowerment of citizens, financial inclusion to people who have been left out of the economic fabric of this country is Bank On. This is a project or a program that started many years ago in California and has gone to many, many cities throughout this country. And I'm very pleased to say that Columbia is actually the very first city in the state of South Carolina that is launching a Bank On program. Charleston is actually, well, we started around the same time as Charleston is launching one as well. But Columbia has a long history of looking at financial inclusion, financial empowerment. We have been very successful with our homeownership programs, looking at financial literacy and education of our citizens, but we also want to make sure that we run the gamut and have a full array of services and products that will help empower our citizens, include our citizens, and make sure that they have the tools necessary to be part of the economic vitality of the city of Columbia. So Bank On will be a program that will pair people who are unbanked or underbanked, who traditionally go to payday lending places and check cashing loan places, and we'll pair them with our partner banks and really give them an opportunity to be part of the financial mainstream of our community. And so I'm really excited because I think that most people, until you know someone who has been caught in the cycle of payday lending or has really not been able to really get their foot in the ground as far as building a financial foundation for their family, it is hard to believe how important just having a bank account is. And so I'm really excited that the City of Columbia is able to partner and introduce this program to our citizens. I look forward to this and many other programs that Deborah and her staff are already doing and are looking to do to help us really completely finish the whole house of financial empowerment and financial inclusion for our citizens so that we can empower our citizens and they can have a financial foundation that will stem for generations. So again, thank you so much for being here. Can't thank Deborah enough for the work that her and Ron and the rest of the staff has done to really get us to this point. And I'm really excited about this, and I thank you so much for helping us get the word out.
Kate, I'm sorry.
Good morning. My name is Kate Pratt. I am Vice President for the South Carolina Association for Community Economic Development. We are a statewide trade association that works with nonprofits and municipalities across the state to provide programming and resources to build wealth in low-income communities. We're here today. We're proud to stand here with the city and TN Development and announce a grant that we're giving to provide for the Bank On initiative. It will help with marketing and program development. This is through our Community Impact Fund grant. It's one of the resources we provide to our members throughout the state. We're also very excited standing here as a partner in the Individual Development Account or IDA program. Through this partnership with the city, we have already graduated 6 individuals, low-income individuals, who have gone on to go back to school, purchase a home, and 4 of them have started businesses. So this is truly a wealth-building program, and we're really excited about the intersection of Bank On and the IDA program. And with the funding that the city and the association have partnered on, there is an additional opportunity for 40 more individuals to go through this program and either start a business, purchase a home, or go back to school.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Kate, Ms. Devine, and the mayor. I would like to publicly thank Ms. Saeed, who is the director of TN Development, for partnering with us and helping us obtain the grant. Thank you very much. That's a big deal for us. Chris Seegers, who is not in attendance, also helped write the grant, and we really do appreciate that too. So thank you for supporting us, and we plan on empowering not only your citizens, your residents, but the citizens of Columbia as a whole. With that said, with Bank On Columbia, there will be a financial literacy workshop. It's called Start Fresh, and it's a workshop series that promises to be informative and interactive. It's the first workshop is January the 23rd from 10 to 3 at Earlwood Park. It is a 3-part series, so it is 3 different Saturdays, but lunch will be provided and snacks will be provided, and there will be some gift cards at the end of completing the program. But we are really excited about the fact that with Bank On, we have financial literacy that couples with it so that people really have a foundation and understand how to build and create wealth. We are also taking applications for the IDA program, which is, again, the Individual Development Account. We have $150,000 dedicated to that program, and we really need to get people into the program. We currently have, like Kate said, the ability to take 40 more people. If your income is $23,540 as a single person or less, you can join the IDA program. You must be a resident of the City of Columbia. Okay. We have a lot of people from other places that are trying to get in, but you must be a resident of the city. And of course, we have information and flyers around the room for you that spell out that information. With the IDA account, it's a 3-to-1 savings program. So if you save $1,000, we will provide 3 additional $1,000 for you to buy a house, start a business, or go back to school, and that is huge. I think that's a pretty phenomenal thing. Of course, you can call Charmaine Clark, and she, of course, runs that program, and she'll be happy to assist you, and the telephone numbers will be provided at the end. The other program that we have is the Affordable Housing Program, and we've had it for a while, but what's different about it this year in 2016 is the fact that we are letting it be citywide. It is no longer just for the targeted areas. This is a first come, first served basis. And because it's limited funding, but it's over $1 million, but so that will guarantee at least 10 people will be able to participate. But the program is for people 80% and below. And I'll just tell you this, and what that means for a single individual is that 34,002 or 32? I'm so sorry. How much? $34,550. There's so many numbers, but if you make $34,550 as a single individual, that's just one person, then you could participate and buy a house if you were interested in buying a house. But the good thing about this program is that there's no private mortgage insurance. The interest rate is 3%, and it's for 30 years fixed. But no private mortgage insurance is huge, and it's only $500 that you have to put down. That's incredible. So if you are currently renting and paying $1,000, you could buy a house and have a payment of about $520, and that includes taxes and insurance. So that's PI, principal and interest, taxes and insurance. That is huge. So we expect for people to be knocking down our doors. This is income tax season. So with your income tax, we're asking you to think about making good choices and building assets and building wealth. So you can either start an IDA program, you can participate in the IDA program, you can buy a house, you can get a bank account. So we have our partner banks, BB&T, TD Bank, and South State. South State Bank, those are the 3 partner banks for Bank On Columbia. So, we'll be happy to set you up with our partners and let you talk to you about opening checking and savings accounts. So, at this point in time, I'm going to take questions, but thank you very much for coming. We're really excited about our programs. Any questions from the media?
In your experience,
Okay.
I know everybody's situation is their own.
Mm-hmm.
In your experience, what is stopping folks from just going to these partner banks and starting an account themselves? What's the barrier you guys are going to?
I think for a lot of people, and I can certainly, Ms. Devine can chime in also, I think a lot of times it's based on what you know, and if your family went to finance companies and paycheck to paycheck, either cash their check at a grocery store. I'm a little bit older, so I remember people going to grocery stores and cashing their checks and things, and they weren't as comfortable going to a bank for a lot of reasons, but banking has changed tremendously over the years. But I think that a lot of people of lower wealth might have thought that banks were just for people with a lot of money. So I think it was perception. I think most of it is perception. It's not correct, but it's perception and how your family traditionally might have done business. Ms. Devine, would you like to?
I think that's probably definitely one of the main reasons. I think also that there are people who have in the past may have not had access or felt they had access to banking institutions, and now with as many banks as we have with technology and other things, access to banks has grown, but people don't necessarily know that. And then of course we will have some people who may have had a bad relationship or a bad experience with a bank, and so that has kept them from developing that relationship. So we're hoping through the education piece we will address all of those issues, and then certainly people will be able to develop a relationship, and that relationship will grow over the years.